This is gonna be tricky. Bear with me. I'm just gonna. This is a new setup, okay? This is a new live streaming setup. Let me see if I can mess with my chat. We're gonna do that. Cancel. Put that there. I'm using Meld in OBS. Sorry, I'm just using Meld. It's a live streaming thing. If I pop the chat, stream elements. Hold on, I gotta log in. There. Oh, that chat is way too big. What is your IG handle? It is. Is that on Kick? Am I streaming to Kick right now? No, that's not right. My IG handle? It is Giovanni. This is just a test. Okay, we're figuring the chat out. Let's use small text. There, that's much better. Okay, so the chat for the Twitch is in. Bear with me now, bear with me. Bear with me. All right. All right. What's up, Skilla? Don't. I'm figuring some stuff out. This is a new streaming. This is called Meld, MELD. I'm still trying to figure this out. Actually, you know what? If you could type in the chat, that would be very helpful. Because you should be popping up somewhere. Oh, I see. Okay, it just took a minute. Dang. On TikTok. Howdy. No worries. Take your time. As always, I appreciate you. Hey, Samantha. How are you doing? I got TikTok and I got Twitch all in Meld, which is this streaming platform. So you can hear me. All right. I'm doing something very different here. I'm doing a more of a YouTube. Okay, yeah. Everything works. It's just lagging a bit. So I'm doing a YouTube video within a live stream. So I'm taking Professor Ludwig's advice on when he said streamers, when they just begin, all they do is kind of just go live, play some games, react to some things if they know how to do that, IRL, whatever it is. And then you can get 3 clips. You know, you stream for 4 to 6 hours, you stream some clips, and then you're out of there. He said instead, treat your live sessions as a recording session. And so I said, interesting. And as he went into it, he said, okay, you can talk about some things, cut it up. You know, if it's 4, 6, 2 hours. Excuse me. There was a live streamer. His name was Ronaldo. I believe he was in the FaZe Clan. I'm not familiar with that group. But basically, Monchi, hello. I'm using a new Meld. I'm using a new streaming platform, so I gotta make sure everything's working. So I'm happy you're here, but you might see me struggle. But as I was saying, Professor Ludwig or Ludwin, he said, yeah, treat your live streams like recording sessions, and then however long of a live you go on, cut those up into like 20-minute increments, segments, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, however long, and then put them on YouTube. So I'm going to be doing that for you guys today. And oh, I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to be able to see your thing because my teleprompter, like you guys are on a teleprompter right now, but it's not sized appropriately. Ha. Oh, good. I'm used to being on the struggle bus. Sup, Skilla, Munchie, Skilla. Also, I'm just going to say it to you guys because you guys, you know, Samantha, Skilla, Munchie. I don't know if Little Mix Panda is streaming right now, but there are some people who've been with me for like my live streaming journey. It's only been about maybe 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, about 2 weeks. And so I don't want to ignore you guys, but what I'm doing is basically a YouTube video. A YouTube video, like I'll react to the chat, but there's a specific moment. She's streaming, being trolled by her chat. I know how that feels. Wait, big streamer is rating with 12 viewers. Is that real? Oh no, that was just a that was a notification. That's funny. Okay, I think I know what to do. I'm gonna do my intro, and then I'm gonna switch to the scene, and then we're just gonna see how this goes. So Do your thing. Don't worry about me. I'm just here to support. If anything, I appreciate you. If anything, you guys just let me know if you can hear things. All right, show. I'm gonna do my intro. This is cute because I have a teleprompter, and essentially it goes like this. All right, in 3, 2, action. So this is how the YouTube video is gonna go. You guys are seeing behind the scenes right now. What's up, everybody? Well, we're doing that again. Oh shit. See, you're seeing a YouTube video within my first one. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Today, we're looking at Matt Damon's preparation for the Odyssey. First, I want to explore how he approached playing Odysseus, including the character work, specialized skills, and difficulty filming conditions. Then we'll look at the physical side, how he trained and changed his lifestyle to create what Christopher Nolan described as a lean but strong warrior. Finally, we're doing something personal to me since I'm half Filipino and half Russian, so we're comparing traditional Russian herring salad with Filipino buko salad. Now, we have 3 completely different topics to get into, so let's start with acting. Now that's my intro for the, okay, thank God. It was a little iffy, right? But that was my intro for the actual live stream. So every time I live stream, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go into the acting part. That's us. Haha. RT. What is RT? Rate. Yeah, rate. Okay, so this is the acting segment. So I already talked about Matt Damon, Odysseus. Now we're talking about the acting segment. So it's weird because I have to pause just for editing sake. And then I go into the acting segment. So Matt Damon has described the Odyssey as the hardest film he has ever made. And what interests me is that his preparation wasn't limited to memorizing lines. He had to develop practical skills, work through extreme locations, and understand Odysseus as a flawed man rather than simply playing him as a fearless hero. Now, as an actor, I want to look at how all of that preparation informed his performance and what I can learn from it for my own work. So let's get into it. Chat, what do we think? What do we think? That was the intro. So when I watch this VOD back, I cut this right now and I pause. What'd you say? Gio, please, you got to learn your acronyms. Ha ha ha. I failed English 3 times. Can you believe it? Yeah, I mean, it's probably, by the way that I speak, you probably can't. Okay, so then I do this. I go into meld and I click scene and it transitions. It's really supposed to transition for TikTok as well, but it's not. Anyways, we go into it.
Hollywood's biggest stars, Matt Damon, from the Bourne franchise to The Martian and a whole lot more. He's no stranger to demanding roles, but his newest film, The Odyssey.
This is just a test. You guys can hear that, right, chat? This is just a test. I'm pretty sure that was working. All right. Just need some clarifications. Yep. See. What'd you say? Kidding, you're great. I mean, oh no, it shows. It shows. This is just the first one that I'm doing. All right, let's go back.
It goes beyond. Matt embodies Odysseus, the legendary king of Ithaca, as he embarks on this epic journey home, no matter the challenges in his path.
You gods don't speak in ways we understand.
Who doesn't understand pain? Or blood? The gods told you.
Then I defy the gods.
Welcome back, sir. I said to you a few minutes ago, you were here a few months ago with...
I need to say right now that I have not watched this movie, but just from that trailer, I know, it's an IMAX, Christopher Nolan, the cast is just absolutely crazy. This is probably the greatest film in the span of 10 years right now. But gosh, I need to go watch this movie.
With Ben, and I was like, what are you working on next? You're like, oh, the Odyssey, you know. You really downplayed it. I mean, you really, like, I go in and I watch it last week. I'm like, oh my God, Matt Damon. Like, it's like 3 hours of you getting your butt kicked.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. But I figured you'd see it eventually. So, I mean, what am I going to say? Like, it's coming out. So.
It is a cinematic masterpiece. Something did strike me after the fact, though. Interstellar, The Martian, Saving Private Ryan, now The Odyssey. Why?
I forgot how many movies Matt Damon was in, but what was it? Interstellar? That is, I don't know how many awards it's won, but every single time I've cried so many times. Saving Private Ryan. Oh my gosh. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and just this whole cast and crew. They'll make you cry.
Why are you always getting lost in films?
I don't know. Somebody else pointed that out to me, but I figure like those movies that you just mentioned are like, I'm as proud of those as anything, you know. So I'm happy if they keep losing me, if that's the outcome.
But of the aforementioned, where would you rank this one in terms of the challenge to pull it off?
Oh, this is the hardest by far
you've ever done.
Ever. Nothing comes close. It was because Chris does everything in camera. It's all practical, and we shot all on IMAX, which had never been done before. So the effort that it took from thousands of people, and I mean the crew. I've never seen a group more asked of a crew. And more inspiration drawn from one another, watching each other. You know, everyone's very experienced on this movie, so we could look over at other departments and go, man, I've never seen that department do that before. And
one thing too, as an actor and understanding, like when you think of Marvel films or DC films, and there's a lot of action, or a lot of it is, I mean, there's just things that you don't think can be created in real life. I mean, this whole movie, everything, like he said, is practical. That's how Christopher Nolan makes his films. Everything is just in your face, whether on Marvel films or DC or just a lot of different projects. It's all CGI, right? And if you have an actor, an actress, and you're performing, I mean, think about Lord of the Rings. Who, I think, was it Sir Ian McKellen? Something like that. But Gandalf, right? He said he would act to literally empty space or talk to nobody when it was, I don't know, when Bobo? I have not watched The Lord of the Rings. I mean, whenever he would be talking to the dwarves, or a lot of the characters in Lord of the Rings, he would be acting to no one. And he talked about how that was really almost torturous for him as an actor, because he says he needs something to come off of. He needs something to look at and react to. And that's all acting is just reacting and listening. And if you have nothing to react to and nothing to listen to, or maybe someone's saying the lines off screen, it's just not real. So what I love about this is that everything is real. This is real humans feeling just everything in that moment, and you can see it and feel it. I'm already getting it. I know I haven't seen the movie, but I'm already getting it. I already understand the space that he's in, which I deeply want to feel. Pause. Twitch, clip that.
That was just kind of across the board. So the feeling it built was this incredible kind of team ethos that really carried through the entire production. It was an amazing experience.
When I was watching, I thought, gosh, I mean, surely he had to use a stunt double for some of this. But no.
Chris doesn't like that.
So you learn how to use the bow and arrow?
Yeah. That he wanted, you know, Odysseus is an archer, and he wanted me to be able to speed load a bow, which is very hard. It's hard to get the arrow knocked on the
hold on. Let's go back. Did you see that?
String.
I mean,
so I just sat in my apartment with a bow and arrow for months, and just whenever
I'm also going to get to this bow and arrow part.
He had to use
arrow knocked.
But something like that. Oh my gosh.
To be able to speed load
my pausing skills.
A bow, which is very hard.
Something like this, when it's a ship. Yeah, there's so many movies where the majority of the time they want the real thing. But at this scale, Christopher Nolan, with all this cast and crew, just being able to finance a film like this and experiencing things for the first time, it's as if these Matt Damon and Zendaya and all in this amazing roster were actually, you know, thousands of years when the Odyssey was actually happening. They probably have felt it, how do you say it, as close to the real thing as possible. And by the way, doing this, loading a bow 1,000 times, I've seen this all over social media. I've pulled back maybe a 50-pound compound bow when I did archery in high school. It's tough. That is hard.
hard to get the arrow knocked on the string, so I just sat in my apartment with a bow and arrow for months, and just whenever I was sitting around, you know, if we were watching something with the kids, I just practice speed loading thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And it's like a little detail, but it's funny, this, you know, being an actor, that you get tasked with doing kind of weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And so you have these like really, these skills that really don't apply anywhere else and never will, but they work.
This is a prime example of how this is just a physical action that any actor can do. If you're aspiring to be an actor, or you want to learn more about the TV and film industry and get into this line of work, or theater, whatever it may be, this simple thing of just not just repetitiveness of doing one thing over and over and over again, but it's that little detail that so many either upcoming actors who've been doing this for decades, they think, I take this job. Like, this is the level of how you should be taking it seriously. Just being in your apartment when you have free time, as he said, when he was with his kids. You know, imagine seeing your dad mess with a bow and arrow and reloading it. I don't even know exactly what he did, and there's probably even more he did to prepare, but this just shows you the professionalism and the detail, no matter how weird you might look in public or on set, that actors have to do on a day-to-day basis.
For that one role.
But if you need to go out hunting at some point now, you're set.
Well, I'm in my apartment, so I never pulled the.
Oh, fair point. Fair point.
I don't.
I'm also curious on why he's in an apartment. Why is Matt Damon in an apartment? I thought he has like a mansion or something.
I can't hit anything.
No real world applications. Fair point.
I'll get the arrow knocked, but you know, that's not the hard part.
It's the third time, if my math is right, that you've worked with Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Is it at a point now where if he just calls, then you're like, yeah, okay, I'm in?
Yeah, but I mean, by saying that distinguishes me from absolutely zero actors on the planet. I mean, everybody would just say yes at this point to him.
It's fascinating because when you're watching when you folks go and see this film in the theater, I'm not sure they're going to fully understand exactly what it took to pull off this feat. 6 continents, right?
Yeah. Six countries.
6 countries.
Yeah. I mean, we were Morocco, Greece, Italy, Iceland, Scotland, and then we did stage work in Hollywood.
And
can you imagine that? Can you imagine going to 6 different countries? And I mean, at this scale, they would probably go to space if they could. I feel like we have done a movie in space. If not, they're probably already doing it. I think, who played Batman? Somebody played Christian Bale, or maybe it was Matt Damon who was preparing a role to be filmed in space, if that's not already been done already. But that's what I love. He also talked about stunt training, and that's I'm letting you guys know, that's my next move. That's the next secret. Right now I'm taking improv classes in Chicago at the Second City, which is arguably the best improv school in the entire country. This is where Steve Carell, if you think about The Office, Michael Scott, his character, or Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, these are 2 amazing improvisers, but amazing actors as well. Stephen Colbert with his late night talk show, they all came from Chicago, from that exact same theater that I'm going to, and it's a 3-hour improv class. I travel 5 hours to get there because it's the best in the US, in my opinion. And next, Matt Damon, he does his own stunts. I want to be able to do my own stunts as well because what is it? It's comedic action, comedic-based movies. This is the genre that I always align myself with, because Jackie Chan is my favorite actor, and so he just inspires me to continue pushing forward. So the fact that Matt Damon is also an inspiration as well, and the traveling. Who doesn't want to go to Morocco? Who doesn't want to go to where you say Greece, Italy, Alaska, all these amazing places?
At one point in the film, not to give away too much, I mean, you know, you go to the underworld, you're battling gods and monsters, but of course you orchestrate the actual sacking of Troy. Was there a point in the film you're like, what the heck am I doing? What is?
No, there was a point in when we were shooting Troy, and because Chris does everything in camera, if you see 1,000 people in a battle, there are 1,000 people there. There's no computer.
No CGI.
There's no CGI, and so we were shooting this scene, and there's literally 1,200 people, and a guy runs by me. He's on fire, and Hoyta's behind me with the camera, our cinematographer.
Yeah.
He's got the IMAX handheld over on his shoulder, and Odysseus is taking this all in, and he's following me as Odysseus is seeing all this stuff, and a building's on fire. It comes crashing down, and then we hear cut, and everything stops, and Hoyta puts the camera down, and he turns to me and he goes, "You know, this is a flashback." And I was like, yeah, this is a big movie. If this is a flashback.
With 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron was here yesterday. She was sitting at that same spot. And Legend of Bagger Vance, one of my favorites of all times. It's been almost 30 years since the two of you worked together. Yeah. She said something very nice about you, and I wanted you to hear it. This is what she said about her friend Matt Damon yesterday.
We did the first take, and I just went, oh my God, we did this when we were babies. It's rare that you get to do something like that, you know, to experience the same experience like 30 years later, and with someone as great and as wonderful. He's just good people.
All of her scenes in the film are with you.
I'm going to say something here too. The first take of anything, I don't know if there's a method that other actors do. If there is, please leave down in the comments below or chat. Let me know something about how actors prepare for that first scene. Because believe it or not, I mean, it's nerve-wracking. No matter what level you are in your acting career. Matt Damon feels this, as he said on multiple interviews, in which we're going to get to later, and many A-list celebrities, and even low, not as known actors who's still been in the TV industry on multiple sets of TV series. They still feel this level of anxiety, of the nerves. It just doesn't go away. We just manage it a lot better. And that first scene, I mean, that's when everything happens. For the first time, the director says action, everything feels new. This is just your first time experiencing this, regardless of how many times you've done it. And I think Matthew McConaughey gave a great example. He said, the first time I ever do a scene, I go as top as I can. It's not that he's yelling every word he says. It's just that he gives it so emotion from the top. It's almost, I feel like that would kind of be scary and intimidating for the other actors and actresses, or maybe for the viewer, the director, whoever else is watching. He says he does this because he now knows his limit, and then he can kind of come down. He can find that happy medium, or just bring it down to a softness that the director can guide him. And one of the best pieces of advice that my acting teacher ever gave me when it came to actors coming in for the first time, she always says how, and shout out Beth, she's amazing. She's like the, I'm not good with football. I was gonna, like the Bill Belichick of acting coaches that I've personally had in my life. And she describes how it's easier to bring someone down in terms of emotion when you're doing a scene, rather than trying to bring someone's emotions up as they're doing a scene, because that means, all right, I feel like there's something more, and you got to push. And when someone gives so much energy and passion into their scenes and to their character, you can pull them down and really gauge, okay, that's the top, where can I bring them? So there's got to be some kind of technique to handle that.
Thank God for me. No, she's just amazing, and obviously one of the best actresses on the planet, but one of the best people. She's a formidable woman. Yeah, having
formidable. I'm gonna use that now as I'm describing things. How was your day? It was pretty formidable. I don't think I use that right. Twitch, clip that. I'm using the new audio feature, by the way. It's freaking awesome.
4 daughters. She's a great role model.
Speaking of your 4 daughters, it was great to see you guys on the red carpet at, I think it was the overseas premiere. And you've been here over the years talking about various films and
I didn't even need to say a word. I bet you knew what I was thinking.
Projects.
Twitch,
I do get the sense from you, though, that this one is special. Is more special, perhaps, to a certain extent.
It just took more, and it took more out of our family, and they had to, we've always had a 2-week rule. This was the first time that we ever had to violate it. There was like stretches of like 3.5 weeks, and we were just away from each other. So it was a big sacrifice for them, and as it was hard on us, and I'm so proud of the movie, but I'm so proud of them for really encouraging me. They knew what I feel like my whole profession.
Here's one thing that I'll probably struggle finding love with personally. Let's get emotional here, you guys. I wish I could play some kind of music. Cue the emotional music right now. I think actors have such a unique experience when it comes to relationships, because think about it. I remember coming from my last relationship, having to tell your partner that, say you book a feature film, say you book a project, right? And you have to go away for 6 months, maybe less, maybe more, maybe just 2 days. Imagine telling your partner, hey, by the way, I booked this role, and in this scene or in this project, I have a girlfriend, or I have a boyfriend, a stage boyfriend, a stage girlfriend. And in this scene, yeah, we get intimate. We might kiss a little, but it's just my character. Are you okay with that? Imagine saying that to your partner. She's like, yeah, okay, sure. No, it takes a certain level of not just emotional intelligence, but how am I supposed to describe this in a way? Just understanding that this is your dream, this is your passion, and understanding what comes with that, and being able to communicate that in the beginning with someone who you want to be in a relationship with, saying, listen, this acting life, it is kind of weird. This is probably going to happen. And I just wanted to put that on the table before we, get into things. And I mean, you think about even Matt Damon. I have not seen The Odyssey yet, even though we are reviewing just him as an actor and how he prepped for this role. But maybe he had a wife that had to be in an intimate scene, and it's just a unique place to be in terms of your relationship, and to be able to communicate that with your partner. I will say, though, my past relationship, my past girlfriend, she was actually supportive of it. And so there are people out there. I mean, it's proven. I mean, we're looking at an amazing actor right now who are married and have been married for decades, and they understand the actor's life, and they support it.
Professional life built up to this experience, and they were really on board with me doing it, and I love them for that.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for creating such a fantastic film. Well done.
Well, thank Chris.
No, Chris didn't learn how to actually pull it. We're going to talk more in the third hour. We actually may talk a little bit about World Cup soccer, too.
Great. Yeah.
I hear you're a big Argentina fan.
We have opinions in my house.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that next hour. Well, also, some fellow cast members of the Odyssey will join as well. And, oh, by the way, that film, it's from our sister company, Universal Pictures. It hits theaters on Friday. Al Roker saw it yesterday.
I did, and it's amazing. Hey.
Okay, so let me show you something. Now is our just chatting scene. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, come on, Meld. Someone type in the chat. It's Monchi. So basically, what happens? Does it work? Nothing's happening. Chat box. Why aren't you appearing? This is where the chat's supposed to be. You see this big black space? That's where the chat's supposed to be. This is where, because, what did you say, Munchie? That's why a lot of industry people date or marry people in the same industry. 100%. Okay, we're just going to go back to the intro scene. I want you to take this into perspective, though. This is how I'm going to be doing my lives from now on. It's going to be the intro. I read my intro for my YouTube videos while on live, and then I go into my scenes. Or this is my layers, which is my reaction-based videos. And then as soon as that ends, technically I have to do an outro. So I'm going to do my outro, which is going to be a recap on everything that I learned from Matt Damon. This is the acting aspect. But if just chatting doesn't work, I have a be right back screen. But that's if I have to go tinkle. So we'll just go back to the intro. I mean, a nice recap is to say that, Matt Damon, at his level, there's so many things that you can learn from him and the work that he's done and the countless interviews that he's been asked amazing questions on how he's gotten into a role, not just for Odysseus, but in Interstellar, in Saving Private Ryan. There's just many things you can learn from him. But he kind of says the same advice that any regular acting teacher, any director who is helping actors continue on their journey if you're just starting out, which is, I mean, we saw the example of him repeatedly doing that bow whenever he had free time, when he was with his family. And it was just that repetition of not just doing something physically, but you can relate this to acting classes. Just continue to go to your local acting classes. Continue to watch movies, poetry, read literature about acting. There's so many amazing acting books. And one that I have that I highly recommend that I'm going to be taking is called Sanford Meisner on Acting. He is one of the greatest teachers in this space when he came from the group theater. He trained under Konstantin Stanislavski. He's a Russian. It's terrible for me to say that, because it's not terrible that he's Russian. It's terrible because I'm half Russian and I can barely pronounce his name. But there's so many exercises and acting techniques that you can learn that you should continue to repeat. And another big thing too, I mean, I didn't expect to talk about relationships, but it goes down to understanding what you're getting yourself into. A lot of people want to become actors. A lot of people want to be in theater and perform, but why? Why do you want to be an actor? Do you want to be an actor because you want to make a lot of money? You want to be well known? Is it the fame and fortune? And I'll be honest, that's what I wanted to chase when I started getting into acting. As soon as I did this 4 years ago and I committed to it, it was because I was like, ooh, I want to get my name known. I want to leave a legacy here. And yeah, my intentions were pure in the fact that I was chasing something that not only made me excited to do, but it was for such selfish desires. Now, over time, the reason why I act, and I kind of took this away from Jim Carrey when he did an Actors Roundtable in a Hollywood Reporter YouTube video. And he kind of just said, and I'm going to switch it up, but Jim Carrey said he acts because he's broken. And acting gives him this outlet, this therapy, that he can express himself in ways that he normally couldn't in his everyday life. And I found so much truth in that because, I mean, acting for me, I wanted to live. It still comes from a selfish desire, and there's nothing wrong with that. My reasoning is I do want to live, life as much as I can. But realistically, and this goes for anyone, just human beings in general, we can't know what it's like to live our entire lives as a committed doctor and understanding what comes in the medical field, or being a full-time mom. Okay, I was going to say for men. Yeah, you could. Yeah, sure. But there are so many like career paths. There's so many life choices that we could have made that could have changed our lives forever, that we don't know what it's like. So we really can't live life and everything that it has to offer. It's just what we choose to do. And so for me, acting almost gives me that power. Like I could act and be truthful and be a doctor that has been practicing medicine for over a decade, or I can be a full-time dad and I can pretend and act and live truthful under those circumstances as a dad and never know what it's like to live another life. So it gives me this outlet. It gives me so much perspective on different views of life. That's why I act today. And yeah, in case no one else told you yesterday, I love you. You matter. You have value. And let me say something I haven't said before. I really want to recap on something Matt Damon said. I'm going to relay this back to family. This goes to relationships and the hardships and the truth that comes with acting. But when you love something as much as Matt Damon loves acting, performing, the love and support from people who truly love and support you will understand that there are going to be, how do you say it? There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be, not regrets. What's the word that I'm looking for? there's going to be trade-offs, sacrifices. A long-winded way to say sacrifices. There's going to be sacrifices made when it comes to family time because you're away making a film. And I know it's going to be hard for them, but to find a family, create a family, and communicate with them is a hard thing to do when it comes to this line of work. So just being able to be honest with yourself and honest with them will support you and take you a long way in this industry. I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Cut. See, that is the beginning of that was the outro. Chat, how'd I do? Wait, I'm going to hop out of this and go to just chatting. I know it's a black box, but you're just going to have to bear with me. That's where the chat is supposed to go. So imagine don't forget, I'm reading your comments here. Ooh, Maxi G. Yeah, it's a creative outlet, turning that pain into power. Yes, Samantha, 100%. You're becoming a pro. Skilla, you're seeing my journey unfold. Monchi, how did we do? That's so wholesome. Thank you. Oh, that's another thing too. Samantha, I don't know if you have Twitch, but I highly recommend hopping over because or whoever is on TikTok, I won't be going on TikTok forever. It's been about, this is what I do. Here is something I learned. This is the time I read chat. So I apologize if I didn't read your chat as you did it. I wanted to do it, after. The emotes, I gotta take care of that. But this is another thing that I learned from a top performing streamer. I was over there the other day. Okay. Oh yeah. You were telling me how long it was, an hour, and my Twitch kept breaking down. I did my IRL. By the way, Munchie, I hope. I think I updated. I said I've never done a live stream like this, and I changed it. Hopefully that worked. But basically, what I'm going to be doing because I'm still learning how to be a better live streamer, I live stream to TikTok and to Twitch. But I just really want to do. I really want to do vertical. Let's see if I can do. Let's see if I can do portrait. So I'm gonna do something. I have to do be right back. Hold on, let's see if this works. Oh my god, it's just a black screen. Okay, no, you're not gonna be able to see my screen from here. So what I want to do is to be able to go live on TikTok, but I only go live for 1 hour. On TikTok, I stop going live for 30 minutes, and then I tell everyone on my TikTok to come over to my Twitch, and that helps my engagement on Twitch to continue to grow better. That's the idea. But I want to see, because I'm going. It's only Samantha. Can you check this for me, or Maxi G? It's only horizontal. There's not a vertical style. On Twitch, it's different. And we start lagging, and this is when he breaks stuff. Yeah, don't jinx me. I'm gonna knock on wood. I'm gonna knock on wood. Is that Monica? Monica, you're seeing me at the beginning of my live stream journey, and I really hope you can hear me. I hope you are doing well. Monica, for chat, everyone who doesn't know, she went to, the profile picture is so small, but we were in high school. We went to high school together, but that was many years ago. When I was in high school, 6 years ago. You're seeing me currently figure out how to live stream. So this is what we're going to do. There's my stream key. I'm glad you guys can't see that. Never share your stream key, they say. Why? What's the worst that could happen? All right, let's see if we can go live. Oh, that's why I wasn't freaking logged in. What about now? Did we do it? Are we live? Oh no, we are not live on. You know how many times I've done this? Yep. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure if you can see me. Oh, it's Monchi? It doesn't show you my username for some reason. It says Monica. Oh, who knew? That's my real name. Too funny. Wait, what? Too funny? I'm confusing. Oh, don't do that to me. It's the same. I got this. Don't do that to me. That's funny though. I appreciate you hopping over there. But yes, is it vertical over there? I don't think it worked. Unfortunately, I don't think so. But that's okay. Well, we'll figure it out. We're still figuring things out. But right now we're going to, this is lucky for you guys because this is going to be going over an hour on stream. Oh, it's only been 40 minutes. But now what we do is I say my intro for my next YouTube video as I'm doing this in real time for my live stream. And the next video is this one. But I have to do my, oh my God, this is so funny. You guys are seeing me trying to figure out how to live stream in real time. It's horizontal. That's what I assumed. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what we got to deal with. So next up is my second YouTube video. So I'll only talk about 3 things: acting, fitness, and being half Filipino, half Russian. And so I'm kind of bringing the fitness and the acting side together. First, we watched about Matt Damon and his role to the character of Odysseus, his role as an actor. And then now we get to see how he trained, because he said this is the leanest. Hang on, we'll get to that. I kind of watched this video already, but here's the intro in 3, 2, bam. And I'm trying to make this realistic. How do you say it? Authentic. And I'm just reading. So I can't really put in some pizzazz in what I'm saying because I'm reading. So just bear with me. It looks weird, I know, but this is all for the YouTube video. Okay, where were we? We're looking at how Matt Damon physically prepared to play Odysseus in the Odyssey. Now, Christopher Nolan reported how he wanted him to look lean but strong and capable of surviving the journey, but not like a modern bodybuilder. Damon has said that the preparation had become a complete lifestyle built around training, nutrition, sleep, and recovery, just as any athlete. And as an athlete, I want to break down what sounds practical, what may have been specific to his body and circumstances, and how the physical preparation supported Odysseus and his character. Let's take a look. Chat? Yeah? Yeah? Reading off a teleprompter here, but it looks like I'm looking right at you. Okay. So now we go into scenes. Oh no. What's going on? The horizontal version. Hold on. Something doesn't seem right. The horizontal version of my vertical Twitch stream is being weird. Oh, that's not it. Browser. No, that looks right. All right, let's play it.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You are incredible in this.
Thank you.
When you were on set, at any point did you look at Christopher and question your decision to take this on just because of how challenging it was?
No. In fact, that was one of the first things he told me, was how hard it was going to be. And I kind of blew him off. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, no, it's going to be really hard. And I was like, okay, got it. And it was. I think there was a point kind of halfway through. I can't remember where we were. Maybe on the ship, just bouncing through waves, and I turned to him and I'm like, well, you said it was going to be hard. We just started laughing. But what was kind of wonderful about it was really hard.
I'm not going to let that go unnoticed. One of the best things, this was during a roundtable discussion, and you can watch this. It's called The Hollywood Reporter on YouTube. And it's literally a round table of amazing A-list actors like Matt Damon. But this conversation was, I believe, between... I know he did The Pit. He's a well-known actor on The Pit, but he said he learned this advice from George Clooney. And he said, what does it take to become a successful actor? And he said, really? Be professional. Show up on time. Don't take yourself seriously, but take the work seriously. And then probably some other things too as well. Oh, he was talking to Tom Hiddleston. And he said, yes, I love that so much. And what Matt Damon just said when he cracked the joke of, he said, yeah, well, it's going to be hard, as they were doing, this physically taxing and filming on IMAX, all this stuff too. There's something, I mean, everyone has a person in their life or a moment in their life they can remember, or maybe you are that person where the tension is high. Maybe either it's really intense or very, very sad, and then someone kind of cracks a joke or someone makes a comment and it makes you laugh, and you might chuckle, and it kind of lightens the mood. Like moments like that is the reason why George Clooney and Tom Hiddleston agree with don't take yourself so seriously. We get we start to think about what could go wrong, what's going on, how physically hard and mentally hard something is, and then it starts to bring our energy down. So a simple joke, goes a long way. So don't take yourself so seriously. Take the work seriously, but not yourself so seriously. I hope he said that. I could be making this up. And you're eating it up. But I think he said it. I'm pretty sure he said it. 82% sure.
For everybody. Every single department got pushed further than they thought they could go. Whether it was production design or wardrobe or the actors, and you knew that the person next to you was working as hard as they'd ever worked on a film. And also that we were all there for the same reason, that it was this ambitious, epic story. And Chris had this ambition to tell it in this certain way with IMAX cameras, and it really took all of us working together to make it happen. And so everybody knew they were contributing, and knew why they were there, and knew why everyone else was there. And so there was this incredible team spirit. In a way, it felt more like an expedition than a film, and we really were on that as a group.
When you're number one on the course.
Viola, however you want to pronounce it, Davis said this as well, and this is something that I'm learning, taking improv classes at the Second City, where you can't do improv by yourself. I've seen and heard, actually I've only heard, but I've talked to someone who has done their one-man improv show. But improv, to me, you need another person to react to. But more importantly, it taught me how to work with an ensemble. An ensemble just meaning a group of people. And what Matt is saying here of how everyone, no matter how big and small the role is, and Viola Davis also says this, no matter how small your role is, you treat it as if it was that main role for the movie. And my acting teacher also, pushes this as well, because you think about it. I mean, when you get sent an audition, and I'm still getting sent these auditions, I'm 4 years in, by all means, that's a 4-year-old child. That's a baby. If I think about this for the stretch of my entire life, 4 years is nothing. There's so much I have to learn, so many auditions that I'll get, and the audition says officer number 2 or bodyguard number 1, and then I'll look at the sides in the script, and it just says, "Hey, stop," and that's it. And those are roles in whatever big or small project it's going to be, but you still treat it with this professionalism. You still show up on time. You still be truthful as an actor, as a human being, under imaginary circumstances in that project, and you treat it as if it was the main role, because every single scene in a movie, in a TV show, in a project, it's there for a reason. If there was no point, then it wouldn't be in there. If there was no point to your character as officer number 1, professor number 2, who doesn't even have any lines but is in a scene, then they wouldn't be in there. So don't beat yourself up for that too much, and understand that it takes a team of dedicated people, no matter how big or small your role is, to make a film like this, like The Odyssey. I mean, that's some teamwork right there.
Sheet, and it's a $250 million budget.
No one told me the budget at the time, thank God.
When did you find out the budget?
People would report it. I still haven't heard the exact budget. I've never asked Donna what it was, but I know it was. Look, it was by far the biggest thing I'd ever been a part of, and you could just see the scale because Chris does everything in camera. You know, when it says 1,000 people are, you know, battling in the streets of Troy, there are 1,000 people, and there's no denying that. So, I could feel the size of it as we shot, which was really cool. But yeah, being number
something like that. You have 1,000 people. Imagine your sides, or you get an audition and a request to be, was it Trojan soldier number 243? But the fact that you get to be on, like, so many people will think, it's not that worth it. Imagine being able to say, but you know, your how do you say it? Your value and what you do in your work as a actor varies to everyone. But imagine being able to say, yeah, I was on the Odyssey. I was one of those warriors. I got to see what it was like as it was being filmed. To me, that is such an accomplishment as an actor, because it just shows you, like, wow, this could be what I could be filming as a lead in a movie one day. And you're already exposed and experienced in that type of environment. That's a gift, and so many people will just overlook Trojan Soldier 242.
Number one on the call sheet is still less pressure than being the director. So yeah. I could always look over to my right and see that there was someone who had a lot more riding on it than I did.
What would you say was the most challenging day? Because you're traveling the world, you're in all these different amazing locations. It's freezing cold, hit in the face with waves.
Himesh Patel asked me that, and it was really funny. We were in Iceland. It was 4 a.m. where there's driving rain. You know, we're soaked, and we're walking back after, you know, Chris's called cut, you know, across this black sand, and he goes, hey Matt, is this the toughest location you've ever been on in your career? And I thought about it, and then the answer occurred to me, and I said, I don't know, Himesh. I said, if there was ever something harder, then it was on this movie and you were there. So you tell me, like, is this the hardest you've ever been on? Because we were just, you know, me and those guys were just put in these incredible situations and tough locations, and there again, I just have happy memories of it because of how hard they worked, and I really got so much energy and inspiration from them and from the crew, and I just look back at it all with such fondness. Like, we got to be the ones to do this.
What an incredible experience.
Yeah, it really was.
You are in such amazing shape. I mean, we saw the stills coming out when you were filming, and we could see what incredible shape you're in. Just how was that getting into such good shape and then staying in such good physical shape when you're filming with the crazy hours and demanding
hours when it comes to acting and being on set, whether you're an actor, a director, cast and crew, whatever your position is, even producers, your schedule is so weird. My first ever feature film I did, and I'm gonna always, it's such an amazing opportunity because I didn't know who I'd be working with, and I worked with Alex Wolff. He's an amazing creative, a musician, an actor. Jumanji, the newest Jumanji movie, they just released their trailer, I believe today, and just seeing him with other amazing actors like The Rock, like Kevin Hart, like Karen Gillan, like Jack Black, and the other 4 amazing main characters in this Jumanji movie, and being able to say, dang, I work with him. And I remember this film. Hopefully it comes out early next year. I'm not sure when it comes out, but I did, what was it? Maybe 6 lines with him. But being able to see what it's like to work with another actor is amazing. But let me tell you about the hours. My call time was at 9:30 p.m., meaning that's when you show up on set. Of course, be there early, be professional, but that means that's when you guys begin. That's when you clock in. It's like the graveyard shift or the third shift or whatever it is. So it was 9:30 p.m. and I didn't wrap up till around 6:30, 7:30 a.m. It just I took maybe 3 energy drinks, and my sleep was messed up the very next day and the next day after that before I could regulate and get back on a good schedule. But that's how it is and that was just one, big role to me, but that one puzzle piece in that entire film. For lead actors like Alex Wolff or Matt Damon, they have to be there for 6 months. Imagine, and it's not always the call time isn't always the same, because you have to think about daylight. You have to think about, and he moved to different locations, 6 different countries, 6 different environments. Imagine, now we have to add jet lag to it as well if they're traveling from one country to another. But yeah, your call time could be 9:30 for 3 days in a row, all the way till 7:30 a.m. And then after 3 days, okay, now we have to film a certain scene that we can only film in the morning, at night. And now your call time is 5 a.m. to say 5 p.m. And depending on the union, depending on certain rules and regulations and just contracts to keep the actor and his sanity safe, that does vary between different projects. But it's just like, if you can eat good and look good like Matt Damon at 167 and lean, I have not seen the stills, meaning pictures, that this lady's talking about, but I'm just like, kudos to him.
Yeah, it was just a full lifestyle choice, like change, basically. Just every single thing had to be, it just intentionality around every single decision of every piece of food I put in my body, every hour of sleep I got. It was all built around. It was almost more like, I talked to a professional football player about it. It was almost more like approaching the physical side of it like an athlete, the way they're very careful about it. It's not an 8-hour a day job, it's a 24-hour a day job. Yeah.
And
so many people, it's July, almost August, or if not already August. I'm terrible with my months, but so many people, their New Year's resolutions they made in January, or more than half. We've already gone half the year away. Great way to put that, Gio. And so many people said they just want to lose weight, get in shape, and I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to find the motivation. I don't know what to do. Some people just say, I don't know what to do. It's not like a magic pill. It's not apple cider vinegar chewables, even though I have them, so don't judge. But it's simple. The old school way still works. You eat clean, meaning whole foods, and you work out. Make sure you get good recovery. So those 3 things, if you handle that, you handle a lot of life struggles. Get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and it's more for some, less for others. So sleep, whole foods. What does that mean? Chat, what's an eggs? It's not a trick question. You take apple cider vinegar. Samantha said, I take apple cider vinegar. Yeah, exactly. An egg. It's one of those things that people think, oh, what's a whole food? They start to overcomplicate the meals that they're eating. If you really just limit yourself to whole foods, of course you have a wide variety, but an egg is an egg. Not if you go to the grocery store and you think you're buying eggs, but there's so many ingredients. Like, you read a laundry list of different ingredients. It's like, is this an egg anymore? No, egg should just be an egg. A tomato should just be a tomato. Chicken breast should just be chicken breast. Although we have been juicing up our chickens. I do not mind. Whole foods, sleep 7 to 9 hours, and resistance train. Now, it does vary. I know there's so many more better fitness gurus out there who to tell you certain regimens to do, whether it's 45 minutes of steady state cardio, zone 2, like that can get complicated. But just showing up to the gym, getting daily exercise, going outside, that 10,000 steps a day rule, it's great. Just know someone just pulled it out of their butt. It's just a rule that people, it's just a number that someone threw out, and it's roughly around 5 miles, and it's just to put out there because we wanted to get more movement. So they were like, 10,000 steps is pretty good. We can do that. So those 3 things Matt Damon just said. Treat your body. Well, his schedule is crazy, but you got to treat it like an athlete. Understand what you're putting into your body. Respect your sleep. Respect yourself. And listen to your body.
Did you stop filming and just let it all go? Just go, oh, thank
No,
God.
I kind of kept it going.
Yeah, you look great.
Yeah, I mean, I put on a little bit more. You know, Chris wanted me to look. He described it to me 6 months before we shot as lean but strong. Like, I want him to look like he's capable, but like he could use a meal if it was offered.
I want him to look like he's capable, but he could use a meal if offered. Low key though, this is what I want to look like. Not 167. I'm around 185 right now. He said he's looked. This is the. I think either he said this was the lowest he's ever weighed or the best he's ever looked. One of the two, at 167. And that's such a unique way to do it. But I think there's a shift. I don't know about what's the fitness space right now. But I've noticed, I was like, I don't really want to look like super big and super buff. I want to be able to, and this goes with a lot of my friends at the gym, their goals is just mobility and movement and not being able to, or being able to move and not, like when you wake up in the morning, being able to actually like bend over without groaning, or, you know, you don't have to crack so many things as soon as you wake up. I mean, I still do when you stretch and your bones and your body and your muscle tissue that's just laying there for 7 to 9 hours, which I hope you're getting. Obviously, it'll crack, but it's just something to think about.
So that was what we went for, and I'm trying to in my real life look capable, but like I'm well fed.
Capable and well fed. What's your fitness goals? I just want to be capable and well fed. I want to be able to pick up my kids. I want to be able to pick up something from the ground without having to. We all do that. You know, you do one of the. Or like a big old stretch. Being able. That's funny.
Yeah.
Perfect, found the balance. Now, Odysseus is such a complicated character and he goes on such a journey and he's a broken man. So what was it about him that just excited you the most?
Just how dynamic a character he is, how flawed he is. You know, he's a human being. I think that's really relatable for me. You know, in my middle age, I can. You know, we all have our mistakes, our regrets. We have our, you know, he's a very human protagonist, and you know, doesn't make the right choice all the time, and I think that makes him much more interesting to play and much more relatable.
He just said it. He just said it right there. Why so many people, and this is why I love. I mean, I don't always watch movies. I love collaborating with other actors, and that's how I kind of, you know, scratch this itch of working and collaborating with others. Some people will just watch a movie and feel inspired, and that's just another thing too. When you watch a movie, like The Odyssey will probably do this, Interstellar, when you feel emotionally connected to the character, it's because they're relatable. As he's saying, Odysseus is flawed. He doesn't always make the right decision. He makes mistakes. And that is so relatable. But he said, that was funny. He said it was more interesting. I mean, think about any movie where the protagonist, the hero, the main character of the story, where they're living the best life. There's absolutely nothing wrong. What makes it more interesting is actually when they hit rock bottom. But say you just take someone who's your average Joe or Jill, and they're just a regular person, but they're put in a position where, I was going to say where they can prove themselves to be a hero, to be the protagonist, to be that main character. But I feel like what I love about Odysseus, just because even though I haven't watched the Odyssey, this is still a story from Rome, or I believe it's Rome, but this is a story that has been passed down in many, many books. And just the story of Odysseus, just having the opportunity to show his authentic self. And that just comes into the form of a hero. But some characters, they show their authentic self and maybe they turn out to be the villain. Those are also interesting movies as well. Like Shrek. I don't know. That's not true at all. I just wanted to say something there.
The cast is incredible. yourself and just all these A-listers. You said it was like being a family and just going through this all together. When you watch the movie and these performances, what are you thinking?
I just have gratitude for this whole cast. Like they lifted me in every single scene. I was acting opposite somebody who, you know, besides being A-list actors, they all just fell right into these characters. They were so believable and disappeared into these characters in a way that really helped me as their scene partner. Like they kind of carried me through. I just was really inspired by
that goes back to what I was saying about Viola Davis, about how saying there are no small roles, just small people, because every role does matter, and working with an ensemble, working with a team with other amazing actors who take their professionalism so seriously. They don't take themselves seriously, but they take their work seriously. This just reminds me about when I worked with Alex Wolff, because I remember when it was 3 a.m. I was doing my scene where I had this tongue twister of a line that I kept messing up, and I just couldn't get it out. And it was my coverage, meaning the camera was on me. It was a full body shot, and it was a side angle, and they weren't really, or maybe it was a mid shot, and they were just getting just me in the frame, and Alex and his stage wife or stage girlfriend, they were off scene, but they were still delivering me the lines. We were still treating the scene as if this was real life. There were no cameras around. It didn't matter whose coverage it was. And oh wait, no, I have a better story. Before we even started filming, Alex and the rest of us, we were just chatting. We were just talking casually, making conversation, and he was somehow got on the conversation of Tokyo, and he was making this joke about how his friend would always say Tokyo, Tokyo. And keep in mind, this film, it's not in Tokyo. It is just in simple Midwest in a restaurant, and you're chilling with friends. And so this was before the director said action, and we were laughing, just lightening up the mood, right? Don't take yourself seriously, take the work seriously. And so director said action, and we had to begin the scene. My stage wife began the scene by delivering her line. I delivered my line. But like I said, it was my coverage. You can't see Alex, you can't see his stage girlfriend. And out of nowhere, during my line, he looks at me, he makes this face, and he says, "Oh, Tokyo." And it took me a second. It took me a half a second, like out of the scene, to react to what he was saying. But I love this, and I will fall back on my improv skills at the Second City, and I'm so grateful because we have 3 more weeks to go, by the way, until we're done. And then we begin our new journey in our acting career with stage combat. But yeah, I was delivering my lines. We're in the Midwest. We're in a restaurant. There's no reason to talk about Tokyo. And he says, "Oh, Tokyo." And he looks at me and smiles. And I look at him. And I mean, it took me out of it half a second. But I continued delivering my line and all that too. I know I'm going on a bit of a tangent here. But to some, he could have just messed up so many people. He says that line and people are like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot what I was supposed to say." Like, bro, why'd you do that? And it was funny because after that, he says, "I like just giving bold choices." Or he didn't say I like giving bold choices, but he likes it when the actor that he's with, going back to what Matt Damon is saying here, when the actor gives them kind of more things, more choices, that's not really in the script. I'm kind of moving around some words here, but he likes it when another actor almost pushes him in a certain direction. Improvs, right? Improvs meaning just being truthful to the character, but it's not scripted. A lot of people say that improv is acting without a script. So how do you act without a script? You make it up, basically, as you go, but still stay true to the character. And that's what Alex said he enjoyed. And shoot, you can work with an actor like that, you're definitely going to grow. You work with a cast like Zendaya, like Matt Damon, like Edward from Twilight. I forgot. Peter Jackson. No, forgot his name already. Edward, chat. I need some help here. But you work with amazing professional actors, you're going to grow an actor yourself. That's simple.
by the not only how great they all are, but how up for it they all were, and it really made it what it was.
And just seeing these sets,
Yeah.
the hugeness, the scale of these.
I've heard that before. Anyways, Twitch clip that. That was funny. I'm gonna clip that myself. It's cool that how it does that.
Sets. Do you think you'll ever experience anything like that again?
I can't imagine I'll ever get the chance to do something at this scale again. It was such a joy and such an opportunity. And yeah, Ruth de Jong's work is just, it's so impressive. And every place we went to had to compete with the place that came before. And so there are these 6 different, chapters in this that are completely different looks and so unique, and it took a lot to do that all in IMAX, and it took a crew that was, that blimp that, when it was on the IMAX camera, it was 400 pounds. They had to build like special steel plating for the dolly to even hold this thing, and they were carrying it around, up mountainsides. Like it was a lot to get it done, and I'm really proud to be part of the group that did it.
The audience needs to read something before they start watching the movie, just so they know what you guys went through.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, hopefully the photography will be a testament to that.
Yeah, it will. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Really, really amazing. Such amazing work on your part. I really enjoyed it.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
So good.
Chat. That is. Hold on. Then we go into an intro. Okay, now I have to do my outro. It's just basically a recapping on what he said. This is the fitness segment, by the way. So the way that I do my lives is I talk about acting, fitness, and then my culture being half Filipino and half Russian. You guys are lucky. I'm going over an hour just because I know I need to get this other... No. It's not the outro for this video. We still have another segment to do, which is going to take more time. You said this is the saddest part of this is the sad. Boo, chat. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a specific... chat's still not here. This black area is supposed to be chat right now. Wait, it says squad milestone challenge. Oh, something happened. Yeah, I'm going to fix this. I use Meld Studio. A lot of people use OBS. I did. I'm not going to do that anymore because I absolutely love this. What if... No, I'm not going to mess. I was going to say, what if I mess with it in real time? Which I probably shouldn't do because it could just take me off of Livestream. Just looking. But yeah, I really want to recap on this fitness side of things, because this video is about health and fitness, or this video is just about fitness and his transformation, about taking it seriously. I mean, make sure the chat is not hidden. I don't think so. The chat's supposed to be there. Literally says chat box. What if... Alright, I'm going to do something. I hope it doesn't mess anything up. Really did nothing. It was so anticlimactic. You guys were like, nothing. Oh. There you are, Samantha. Anybody who's on TikTok, start typing, because you guys, both of you guys pop up. All of you guys pop up. I know it's a weird thing. Oh my gosh. On vertical though, it does not. That's funny. Yay, we're doing something. Samantha, awesome sauce. Yes. So this is our just chatting. There's different people have different versions of it, but this was actually created with AI. I totally wasn't doubting you. Just keep you don't have to spam. I don't even know if you can spam. I just want to see it come up. That's just cool. Wait, you said I totally wasn't doubting you? It's funny because I'll doubt myself in the beginning, but something I learned from improv, it was just about redeemable qualities. We love seeing someone like a hero in a movie. We're like, ooh, they hit rock bottom. Let's see if they can pick themselves up. So that's all I had to do. Now you can see the chat. I love it. We all love a redeemable quality. Hey, let's go. I will say though, on vertical, I'm not getting any of this. I'm not getting any of this. You guys can't see this on vertical. Yeah. Don't know what to do about that. But we got horizontal, baby. Horizontal. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe it's something that I can do on my end. What if we refresh? Oops, I refreshed it. Damn. Did I just destroy? Wait a minute. This is some funny business. You guys, and he broke it. Oh no, we broke the chat. Oh, what I did, Skilla has unfollowed. See what I did. Okay, listen. Twitch right now, it's super small over here though. Can't read it, but you can. That's all that matters. Ah, dang. Okay, so basically, drag Skilla back. Like, come back. Hang on. I'll fix this. But what I did was this. I went to the vertical format. Like in OBS, you can have a vertical. You use Atom vertical thing plugin, and then I'm messing with a vertical portrait, and then I refreshed that. But I guess when I refreshed, it took away the chat box. Do I just need to make 2 chat boxes? So, oh, okay. Guess what? Guess what? We're going to try something cool. Bam. Bam. Now I look silly talking to myself in chat. Nah. There we go. You see? Mon Chief, I appreciate you. This is the journey. And it took away from my portrait, which is fine. You guys are on vertical. You guys are horizontal. I'll figure it out. I'll mess with it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Next stream, we'll figure this out. But I need to do the outro for this second video, and then we'll go into Filipino salad and Russian salad. That's going to be unique. That's going to be unique. Okay, so for this outro, I kind of just recap on the video that we learned, but this video is about fitness. So essentially, Matt Damon proved, even in his busy schedule, what it takes to get in better shape, even at his age. I mean, he even put that at the forefront of what he said when the interviewee said, or interviewer said, what was it like, getting in good shape for this role? And he said, as a middle-aged man, and continued on, no matter what age you are, you can always be healthy. that was super cringy. But it doesn't take a lot. And at any age, whether you're just starting out, eating better, working out more, getting better sleep, and listening to your body and intuition on what you feel like you might need, whether that's sleep, it should be sleep, sleep, eating, and working out. I was like, what's that third one? There's only 3. It doesn't take a lot, and a lot of people overcomplicate it. Matt Damon, with his busy schedule, did this during the Odyssey. I mean, his schedule, shooting night shoots, morning shoots, traveling to 6 different countries, having to deal with jet lag, dealing with that and still treating your body like an athlete. That doesn't mean you have to train like one, but just means you have to take it with a level of professionalism. I mean, like that whole cliche of your body is your temple matters. I mean, how often are you keeping tabs, keeping it clean in your temple? Think about what you're putting in your body. Think about how much recovery, meaning sleep. Is it 7 to 9? Be honest with yourself. Like this morning, I'll be honest. I got my Garmin right here at a Whoop. These are 2 fitness trackables. By the way, I cut my finger earlier. So far today, I only got 5,500 steps. And a lot of people talk about getting 10,000 steps. I definitely haven't gotten that yet. My sleep. Well, I actually got 8 hours and 50 minutes of sleep. Bad example. Some people get 6, which I got yesterday. I can tell you that, and I'm being completely honest. The day before that, I got 5.5. It's not all consistent, but if you can keep, how do you say it? More days of getting that 7 to 9 hours of sleep over the other days where you're not matters. There's probably a better way to put it. But those are my thoughts of just sleep, recovery, and working out. Make sure you get that. And in case no one has told you, wait, did I already say that? In case no one has told you yesterday, I love you, you matter, and you have value. And let me say something I haven't said before. Remember the big three: sleep, recovery, and exercise. All right, I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Chat, I would do. Say it again. No, you say it again. What did I say that was too fast? You're like, say it again. Oh, Skilla, you're hilarious. I appreciate you. Monchi. I love these emotes. That's another thing, too. Samantha, I don't know if you're still... Oh, yeah, you are still here. Appreciate it. I know I said I'd hop off this TikTok, but I don't know. I really want the horizontal feed. I'm gonna mess with that right now. Let's go to just chatting. Bam. There you guys are. There's that weird-looking chat. But I want to make my own emotes. I don't know how to do that yet. So if we do this, all I want to do is just go live vertically without any problems. Please. This is our just chatting things. What'd you say? No, I'm the people's voice. The audience wants the love. Oh, okay. I'm just the messenger. Right. There's somebody named Evan in my TikTok that's just hilarious. I knew an Evan, and he was the son of a very, very well-known movie theater branch. So he watches, I bet he could watch The Odyssey multiple times. Oh, I can even clip something and meld myself. I wish you guys could see what I see. Machi these emotes are cool. Can I give you guys emotes? Skillo wants to love again. Yeah. Oh, I would have flowers for you guys, but well, the first one died. All I want to say right now is if you want to talk in the chat, go ahead right now. Otherwise, we are going to hop into the next intro for Filipino salads, reviewing Filipino salads and Russian salads. I really want to try to do a vertical stream, but it's just not working, Papa. Sorry, I'm getting weird. It's just what I do when it's getting late. So there's that. Audio, transition, user, hotkeys. Well, to be honest with you, I go live every other day, so hopefully the other day will fit. Oh. What? What up? Boop. What up? Oh no, maybe it's that one. Hang on, I think I figured something out. Don't you dare hide away from me. I think I figured something out. Chat. Oops, wrong chat. Don't mind me. Every other week. I go every other day. What are you talking about? There was a day I even looked at I think I used Twitch tracker. I'm not even ranked yet just because I haven't gotten, how do you say it? On the, I haven't gotten enough hours yet. But, there was a day where I missed like 5 days. So, you're right. Samantha, am I vertical yet? Be like, am I vertical yet? Because I do not think I am. I don't know. This is where I would have like lo-fi music playing, but I know there's like copyright music and all that too. So I don't really want to mess with that. I don't understand. It says that I can go live, but Meld is still new. Meld is very new. Anyways, let's go. I don't think so. It's half and half with black backs. See, Samantha, you guys chat, you're right and I'm wrong. We're both right and wrong. Oh, I bet you didn't know you could do that. On Twitch though, Samantha, you can see the chat if you want to hop on over there or stay here, whatever's more preferable. But I will say, within the hour that I do these lives, like not tomorrow but the day after, I go live for an hour. And then after that 30-minute mark, I told my TikTok viewers, all right, if you want to see the rest of this, if you want to see the rest of the acting of me talking about being half Filipino, half Russian and reacting to that content, hop over to my Twitch and we get to chat it up over there because that's interesting. All right, next up. Hold on. Let me take a... this is your reminder, you guys. Chat, Samantha, you guys, drink some water. I bet you haven't drinking enough water today. I'm almost out, too. All right. I'm reading off a teleprompter. It's going to look weird. It is weird. But I'm an actor. All right. Filipino versus Russian food. Ooh. Okie dokie. For this video, we're comparing two completely different ideas of what a salad can be. On the Russian side, we have dressed herring, a layered, savory salad made with ingredients like herring, potatoes, beets, eggs, and mayonnaise. And on the Filipino side, we have buko salad. This is a sweet, creamy dessert made with young coconut, fruit, and condensed milk. Now, being half Filipino and half Russian, I feel uniquely qualified and possibly uniquely unqualified to decide which one deserves the word salad, the honor to be called a salad. So let's watch this and see which side wins. And cut. See, that was the outro, or sorry, the intro. We're getting better. You're like, ooh, did he make some stuff up? Guess what? Every word that I just said was scripted. That's a lie. I'm not lying to you guys. Yeah, I always have a water problem. Getting some now. Good. We need all waters. Majority of that was scripted. And guess what? A little 5% was improv. So now what we're going to do is we're going to react to... Oh, this is hilarious. It's funny because the... Oh my gosh. I am not about to do this to you guys, but I really want to. Hold on, go away. Who are you? Let's talk about salad. Oh no. My actual browser went away for no. Oh, there it went. There it goes. There she is. I really got to figure out these things. Just chatting, intro. Got it. Got it. All right. Let's check this out. Guess what? What is a salad, you may think? Domain the Great. I love this dude. Oh, someone doesn't like a salad. I will say this. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to be a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Player. Where are my cards? They're in the closet. I hid them away. I used to be a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, and one of the greatest decks that I ever played, Dex, D-E-C-K-X-S, Dex, Twitch clip that, was called Domain Monarchs, and they're going to come back. I don't know if anyone in the chat here knows what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is or has ever played it. But Domain the Great. First time chatter. I appreciate you hopping on. But guess what? You probably don't know what a salad is. Don't knock it until you understand what it is. Some people hate oysters, and they've never tried oysters. This isn't about oysters. Twitch clip that.
Same page. So here's my question. What is a salad? And here's the definition that I'm going with. A salad is a mixture of foods, usually including at least one vegetable. It can be cold, room temperature, or warm. Pretty much a salad can almost be anything.
A mixture of food, but at least one vegetable. Is that what she said? A mixture of food, but only one vegetable. I'm going to grab a pumpkin, giant pumpkin, that's a vegetable, and I'm going to get some ground beef, because it's a mixture of foods, right? I'm going to get some ground beef. I'm also going to get some sardines. Ooh, let's put noodles, but not like spaghetti noodles. We're going to do, what do you call them? The one that looks like a bow tie. We're going to put those in there as well. We're going to call them bow tie noodles. And then for our sauce, we're going to do Alfredo sauce because I'm in the pasta mood. That is salad. Oh, Lucifer. Oh, no. Oh, no. He said anchovies. Hold on. Wait, what's going on? Little Mix Panda. Hold on a minute. This is such a fun moment. I would not stop this. I'm making a YouTube video right now, but the fact that you're in here, I'm so happy. I've never been rated. I appreciate that. We're talking about salad, guys. We're talking about what a salad is, and this lady just said, she said this.
Mixture of foods, usually including at least one vegetable. It can be cold.
A mixture of foods that can only be... Lucifer said anchovies. Oh my God, I was going to say this is your first raid. Little Mix Pan, I appreciate you. This is one thing I don't understand. So she just finished a live? You just finished a live? Can she hear me? Chat. Samantha, you got to go over to Twitch. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What happens now? Everyone that is coming from Little Mix Pandas live, all I want to say is welcome. We are learning about... Well, because I'm half Filipino and half Russian, this is just a funny reaction video about a Russian salad and a Filipino salad and which one wins. This is such a unique spot because before this we were talking about Matt Damon's Odyssey. Okay, whoa, the vid is way louder than you, FYI. Is it louder? All right.
Cold, room temperature, or warm. Pretty much a salad can almost...
What about now? Let me know what you think. You have officially been rated, friend. Little Mix Panda, you have rated me, and I appreciate it. And everyone, first time chatter, that was that. I have finished, I can hear ya. Yeah. Little Mix Panda, I have finished, I can hear ya. Oh my gosh. You know what's going to happen? You know what we're going to do now? You rated me, I rated you. Rate is such a, how do you say it? Such a intruding word to say. Like imagine me saying, or coming up to someone and be like, hey, I'm going to raid you later. That's like, okay, I'm filing in a restraining order as we speak. But this is like such a happy celebration. But you said that's the point. It is intruding. Oh, yeah. I'm still learning how to live stream. It's only been 2 weeks so far. But I definitely want to do it, and we should definitely do it, like collaboration on here. I can even see something that says on my streamer manager, all that too. But this is so cool for Twitch, LOL. Oh, this is interesting. I really want to get back into this. This is such a beautiful moment, and I appreciate you. But basically, this is what I'm doing here, Little Mix Panda. So essentially, my live streams. I'm not a live streamer anymore. I'm a content creator. But basically, what I mean is I'm treating my live sessions as recording sessions for YouTube videos. So it's still focused on long form, but essentially, I will go live on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, whatever it is. I'll take that VOD, and within that hour, because I only want to go an hour long, 20-minute increment segments, I'll talk about 3 things: acting, fitness, and being half Filipino and half Russian. And I have an outro, I have an intro, I have this. Let me show you. This is where Skilla and Monchi have been putting up with this. But this is supposed to be just chatting, but it's just a black box. Just a black box. And then I go back to me when I want to do my intros and outros, and then we can just go back into our scenes with Salad Lady. And then I cut those 20-minute segments into social media clips, and then that's how I get exposure back to my live stream. And then it's like a giant funnel or circle funnel. Ooh, just chatting is cute for sure. Yeah, I know you. Collab, don't tease me. I don't even know what it consists of. And I mean I have an Xbox. I might game, I should game, but like I said, I don't even have a chat box. I don't even know how to do a collab. I just got rated today. But like Olivia Dean said it best, baby steps. Anyways, thank you. You're so cool. Everybody here, so cool. Okay, let's go back to the Russian salad and Filipino salad, and I am both qualified and unqualified to say what a salad is, because my salad is, and someone said, I think, was it Lucifer, said put anchovies in it. I kind of like anchovies. It doesn't have to be gaming. I love the reaction content too. Yeah, DM, we'll figure this out. All right.
Almost be anything, which makes this episode actually a lot more fun. And in my research, I found that there are kind of these buckets of salad. Buckets of salads! So we have our leafy or green salad. Then you have a fruit salad, a bound salad, which means that it's using mayonnaise or something creamy as a binding ingredient, like a pasta salad or a potato salad. There are dinner salads, and there are...
I'm gonna say, oh, why'd I stop right there? I'm gonna say right now that if I do food reaction videos, and I will for my next live, I'm just gonna be so hungry the whole time. I mean, look at this. It kind of looks like ice cream, but I feel like that might be something else. What is that? Those are like cranberries? I don't know. It looks like a really good salad, to be honest with you. But I will be doing... I'll also be doing food reviews. If I do IRL streaming, I'll probably... Those are grapes? How can you tell? She knows her grapes.
Dessert salads. And we actually go through quite a lot of these different salads in this episode. So I hope that this will expand your view of what a salad is and that not all salads are healthy. We will find this out in this episode. Okay, let's start.
Yeah, we are going to start with a Russian salad. It is a herring salad. Let's see what we can do here. Bada bing, bada boom. It's called shuba salad. It is dressed herring salad. Herring, beets, potato, carrot, mayo, and dill.
Hi everyone, my name is Anastasia Romanova and I'm Russian, but I...
Anastasia Romano. Romeo. That is a Russian name. I think my Russian name, Giovanni, is Ivan or Vanichka. That's what my mamachka calls me.
I live in Slovenia, and today I want to tell you about the dish that makes me think of home. The dish is called seletka pod shubой, or...
Say it with me now. Celibate kimchi. What did she say?
Dish that makes me think of home. The dish is called seletka pod shubой.
I was way off. Twitch, clip that.
Or in English, dressed herring. It's not that old of a dish because it comes from the 1960s, from the times of the USSR. From the beginning of the creation of the dish, it was actually more like a salad because the ingredients were mixed. But now it's more like a salad cake since it consists of multiple layers. These layers can...
What are those sides for?
Be...
Anyone who has a cheese grater, I mean, yeah, it's to make different cheese sides, but I don't even own one. Okay, I don't even own one, and I've never used 3 of those sides before, and I'm afraid to because I think I've like rubbed my hand against it, and I scared me for a while. Actually, I might make this.
From potato, then carrot, onion, beetroot, egg, but the most important ingredient is herring, which is usually at the bottom or the second layer.
That did not look attractive. I'd still eat it though.
Of this cake.
That's what he said. Twitch clip that. That's funny.
Cake salad. And in between the layers, you smother them with mayonnaise and also on top of the salad cake when you're finished. Then you can also garnish it with dill for aesthetic purposes. I believe that seletka pod shubой is one of the most infamous salads of Russia. We serve it at New Year's Eve, family and friend visits, other celebratory occasions.
This looks like, and I'm gonna be dogging on my buko salad as a Filipino and my Russian salad as a half Russian. What is it? So your parents, who's the Russian and Filipino? My dad is Filipino. He was from Mindanao, and my mom is Russian. She was from Kerch, Russia, or I believe during that time under the USSR, it was Ukraine. But as I was saying, this is like something that you would make in high school, or no, middle school, a middle schooler, elementary schooler, whatever you want. Shoot, I've seen high school projects that look just like this, but it's just like try to create a volcano. They're like, okay, you guys, we need the herring. Where's the herring? This is I'd eat it. I'm going to make this on a stream one day. I already know that for sure.
I think it just represents Russia the most. It's so fatty, heartwarming, and spreads so much love.
based on the look and the uniqueness of it, I do know the taste of beets. A lot of people do not. It's like a acquired taste of beets. And I mean, I've had borscht, which is a beet soup. It's not really good. But in a salad, and it's probably warm. For some reason, I imagine and depict this as cold. So I'm gonna rate this. I'm gonna rate it after we see the buko salad.
Salad cake. We love to see this. I am not a huge fan of herring. The herring is actually, I mean, it's still strong. It's not my favorite fish, but it's actually balanced really well in this.
Cap. I'm not someone who can pick a liar when they say. All I know is that I'm a terrible liar. So maybe it's easy for me to see other people who are terrible liars. But I just know she does not like this. She does not like this.
Mayonnaise will do that. To be a truly authentic Russian salad, I probably could have added a bit more mayonnaise. Okay, and I did not realize this when I was choosing the salads, that this salad is in essence the Colombian clown salad. The only addition really is the herring. And how wild is that? You know, you have these two countries, completely different, totally different countries. And here we have, in essence, the same salad. I think, like...
I'll show you a different salad right now. I'll show you a salad. It's called buko salad. And do you know what buko is? Buko is coconut. I love buko. When I went to the Philippines in May of this year, I had buko all the time. It was a coconut. As soon as I was done drinking it, because it's a drink and a snack, you'd always have this Filipino lady, somebody's tita, right? They would come in with a machete, kind of scare the crap out of you, but they would cut the coconut and give you a spoon, and then you can eat the buko. Buko is just coconut. So buko salad, Filipino fruit salad, young coconut. That was another thing too. Everybody in the Philippines kept calling it young. You want young coconuts. And I'm just like, what's wrong with the old coconuts? What's middle-aged? Oh no. Oh no, what's the age span of a coconut? You know, is 80 years old? Is that still young? But it's just all about sweetness. It's all about toughness as well. But I don't know. What's wrong with old coconut? Ain't nothing wrong with an old nut. Anyways, Twitch, clip that. I freaking love that feature. Nata den coco. I don't know what that is, but I believe that's like, it says magnolia, sweetened condensed milk. Oh no, I don't know what this is. The jelly. Table cream. You can only put it on the table. You can only put it on the table. Like, just get a scoop of it and then rub it on the table for a bit. Fruit cocktail and cheese. We love putting cheese. I don't know what it is about Filipinos, but we put cheese on everything. We put cheese on our... what was it? It was like another Filipino dish, but I think we put cheese on our bread, which isn't terrible, like super common. I think we call it an ensaymada. Ensaymada, I can't say it.
Hey Beryl, hey Internet. My name is Dainty from the Philippines, and I'm here to talk a bit about buko salad. Buko salad is the Filipino version of fruit salad with buko, or...
I'm going to say this right now. My Filipino, let's go back. You see her? My Filipino dar, if you think about like a gaydar, my Filipino dar, and it doesn't have to be gaydar, it can be, you know, lesbian dar. I don't know what other dars there are, but it's a radar for Filipinos. I'm so confident in my ability. Like her, she actually doesn't really look Filipino. She might not be. I know non-Filipinos and Filipinos when I see one. I'm 0 for... I don't know how many Filipinos I've seen. They're always in packs, in families. I need to be put to the test.
And I'm here to talk a bit about buko salad. Buko salad is the Filipino version of fruit salad with buko, or the flesh of a young coconut, as its main ingredient.
The flesh of the young coconut. Yeah, I mean, it's true. first off, young coconut is unique, but I don't know why people gotta say flesh. That's a common thing in the food terminology world. But just to say the flesh of something is so weird. Like, you ever eat the flesh of a kiwi? I do. But just say it sounds so animalistic. Oh God. What did we eat the flesh of? You ever eat the flesh of a cucumber? I did today.
Coconuts are ubiquitous here in the Philippines as well as other neighboring Southeast Asian countries, and I feel like we've managed to incorporate it in a lot of our dishes and desserts here. And buko salad is one of the most well-known ones. I've also read somewhere that this dish might date back to when the Americans were here in the early part of the 20th century, back when we were first introduced to canned goods. So the buko is combined with a bunch of other fruits. We usually use the canned tropical fruit cocktails that are widely available in the supermarket.
That is lunch you had in middle school. Every lunch lady has poured you a cup, or it's already came in a cup of this exact thing. Filipinos, we know how to preserve and make dishes out of anything.
Get here.
And for some reason, we'll add cheese to it.
And then we mix in an all-purpose cream concoction, a condensed milk, to blend everything together into this creamy yet refreshing treat. Then we leave it in the fridge for a few hours because it's best served chilled. So it is beloved by Filipino households, and this can be served during parties and fiestas, or when you just feel like whipping up a batch on a very hot afternoon.
Final salad, a dessert salad. And I don't even know, I don't have any expectations because so many of the ingredients in this salad I had never even heard of before. What?
That's actually an accurate reaction when you try buko for the first time. What? I don't know. I'm gonna put this down. I'm curious what she's gonna say. I feel like she's gonna be like, "That's actually really good."
It's like a whipped cream salad. It's sweet, but the fruit is it helps kind of balance that. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna try this jelly, this coconut jelly. Oh. I get these in my bubble teas. Oh, I didn't realize that's what it was. The heavy table cream, I'm still kind of confused as to what it is. It's not whipped cream because it's super thick, but it wasn't heavy cream because it wasn't a liquid. I don't know, but when I tasted it on its own, I was like, woo, get some Lactaid ready,
Get some Lactaid ready? That's not at all what I thought she was going to say.
I feel like definitely the idea of having this at a party checks out. Sitting alone in my living room, maybe not quite the vibe. However,
no, I disagree. I've already made my decision on what tastes better, but I'll say that for the outro on a Russian salad or a buko salad. But I disagree. I would definitely sit in my living room or even my bedroom and have this as comfort food, almost like people how they eat a whole pint of ice cream. I would eat a whole pint of the flesh of the young buko salad.
I could see myself standing around holding a bowl, chatting to some people in a backyard barbecue, being like,
"Hey, how's the family? Everybody good?"
So that wraps up this episode of salads. However, I do have a couple other salad submissions.
Imagine that. Imagine submitting salads. I want to do my pumpkin ground beef. What else? Put some sardines in there? No, anchovies. That's what Lucifer said in the chat. But here's my rating. All right. I'm biased because I've traveled to the Philippines many times before, and I just recently got back from a trip over 10 years ago. Or you know, it's been 10 years since I've been, and I experienced the food and the culture again and the cooking there. And I've even had a lot of Filipino restaurants here in the States. Russian, not so much. Now, I wish we had more Eastern European, Russian-based foods, especially where I live, and hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be celebrating the new year in Russia with my family. Now, that might just be a thing. Introducing more Russian-based dishes here on this channel so other people can explore. I mean, it's amazing. It's good, organic, earthly food. Like you have your potatoes, you have your katletki, you have your teftilki, you have the herring salad. I mean, it's such a unique spin, but I think it should be more world social media known, and I'm more than happy to explore that route for you guys. So buko salad or Russian herring salad, I pick buko salad. I mean, like I said, I'm biased to say it. It's a dessert type of salad, so I definitely have this sweet tooth that I crave more towards. I mean, just because the herring salad is kind of warm, the herring itself is kind of cold, but everything else is warm. It doesn't really tickle my fancy, but this has inspired something. I'll definitely be doing this for a future video of my own version of herring salad and my own version of buko salad. So in case no one else told you yet today, I love you. You matter. You have value. And let me say something I haven't said before. Oh, this is a good one. Explore your food variety. So many people, and I do this, but this is just because, I mean, if you think about the 6 to 7, 6, 7, that stopped a long time ago. But the 6 to 7 foods we have on rotation that we eat every single day, almost the same breakfast, the same lunch, the same dinner, the same snacks. I mean, yes, we have grown comfortable with what we like, and we know what we like, but it's good to explore. I mean, she kind of talks about dessert salad, and then you have cake salad that resembles Colombian salad, and you kind of see how different dishes, especially cultural dishes, will almost be similar, but there's always a maybe garlicky taste that's unique to that culture, or you kind of understand the reason why this culture adds this type of spice when you think about Indian foods, and why spice is such a foundational thing in their dishes, and it's something to explore. Spice up your life. And I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you. And cut. Chat, how was that outro? Little Mix Panda, I don't know if you're still in here, but that's what I do. So basically, like I said, this long form video. What you mean, boo? We should do a poll. All right, I'm a note of that. I'm gonna keep a note of that because my meld thing, I like that. There's contradicting things here. You say boo, and then you're like, yeah. Is my chat's gone? But if I do bada bing, and I do reload, I go away, but the chat comes to stay. Bahaha, Skilla hates the outros because they think you're leaving us. That was beautiful. Thank you, Little Mix Panda. My chat is not here. That black box right there, supposed to have a chat like right around here. Still waiting on mod. LOL. What's mod? My only desire. Is that what mod is? Yeah. That one's not working. There she is. There am I. Yeah, chats. Why is chat being unresponsive? Stream chat. What do I do? What was I saying? Oh yeah. So basically, you kind of got the vibe for it a second ago. Samantha, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm live on TikTok as well, but I don't think I'm vertical. I'm horizontal. Yep, I'm horizontal. But essentially, I do an intro, which is just like my outro. I do this screen, and I do read off my teleprompter. My outro is improv, though. Bless his heart. Didn't it work for a moment? It did. But Skilla ruined it, so we're not gonna worry about that. Monchi didn't help at all. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I thought it did. I thought it did. Let's see. Just chatting. If I do this, okay. Let's give it some hope. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see. A text. Oh, I hear words. Can we get some snaps? Because we didn't give up. We didn't give up on each other. And now look, the chat is here. Samantha, you are missing it because she's on TikTok. On Twitch, you see horizontal. Oh wait, you see chat over there as well. It's small. Hear words. Okay, I know it's small, but it's strong. I have definitely said that before. So, I thought it worked. Didn't it? Oh, tiny but mighty. Dang, it was there a second ago. I'm just gonna let you use your imagination and know that it was there. I could have swore it was there. You saw it, right? I'm on both. Oh, Samantha, you're on both. Thank God. So you can see it. Yeah, well, this beats me. What I'm going to do is probably use a browser instead of use this Meld's AI. I'm going to go back over here. Meld's AI form. But I don't know. I'm not going to give up on it. This is only my first stream. This is double the usual amount I go, just because I'm still figuring this out. But yeah, 2 days from now, every other day, I'll go live, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're done, by the way. That was my last outro for this. So what I do with this clip, in Little Mix Panda, I want to get your opinion. Skilla, Monchi, Samantha, this is something I'm curious about. And I want your, whoever's listening, the 5, the 3, everybody, I want your brutal honesty here. Whether that's a DM or when you go on stream, you can actually say it to me. But basically, I'll get this VOD, long form. It's like almost 2 hours. Shout out to you, Little Mix Panda, because you stream long time. Streamers, other streamers, they very long time. But I give them props. For me, I just know at my stage, what I want is clips. That's what the Twitch partner that I'm with, only for 6 weeks, she's kind of saying, yeah, it's important to get Twitch. It's important to post across other social media platforms. That's what Ludwig, who was at Streamer University, an ancient agent. Triple O or something, I forget his actual name, but he recommended, he's saying, listen, live streaming, the majority of us will just go on live and stream 4, 6, 8 hours. But I was questioning that. I said, why do streamers, like newer streamers or even continuous streamers, go live for that long? Agreed. Keeps it purposeful. Yes, I do like the organization of this format. Thank you. I appreciate it. But then I was like, why do streamers stream for hours, for such a long time, 24-hour streams? And then, I mean, the biggest reason is it keeps the window of opportunity for viewers to come in, maybe ads to roll through, revenue. There's so many different reasons. But even Twitch, like I was reading their, how do you say it? Not their guidelines, but I was reading over the view on affiliates and partners on how long you should go live for. And nowhere does it say, oh, dude, the longer you go will benefit you in this type of way, as in it gave examples. I mean, yeah, the longer you are live for opens up the window for new viewers to come in, new viewers, potential followers, potential subscribers. And so what I'm doing as a beginning streamer is I only want to go live for 1 hour. Within that hour, I have my system that Ludwig at Streamer University said, use that and cut 30 minutes or 20 minutes, however long you go live for. Cut it into a smaller version, create a title, thumbnail for that, and put it on YouTube so it can live there. And boom, one live stream, however long, you get longer videos. And then within that, you can cut that up into multiple clips for social media. And with that, funnels back to Twitch because you get to see the real thing live in action. And that's my content system right now. It just depends on the type of content someone wants to provide 100%, because I think this is a lot different than gaming. This is a lot different than IRL. This is a lot different to what you want as a creator. Some people prefer live over dedicating time to edit. Being live is easier for some people. 100%. Me, I freaking hate editing. Editing sucks. So my workflow right now is to read it off my teleprompter. I literally say the outros and my intros. The intros are scripted. Pause for a moment, talk about what I'm going to react to. I put that in Gling AI, and it just cuts silences, my ums, my buts, but it won't cut my funny jokes. I find them funny. Good job to you. I also cut my hand. That's why I haven't been showing my left hand a lot. What was it? Yeah, it definitely varies between creators, but not just content creator, but the majority of live streamers, they just talk about, hey, the reality is in this Twitch live streaming community is if you're not on other platforms promoting yourself, no one else is going to do it for you. And that's just, I mean, I bet there are stories about people who only live streamed. I mean, I think about, was it Jinxie? Or maybe Sketch, he got his from a lot of clips. Maybe it was even Kai Cenat. You stream every single day, maybe to 0 viewers. Maybe you're just talking to yourself. Maybe just one. Samantha on my TikTok, she's on my TikTok and my my Twitch. Shout out to you. And like moments like this, Little Mix Panda, and you rated me. I was gonna be inappropriate there. I was gonna be like, you penetrated my stream. It was an invasion. I've not used that word. And Skillet and Monchi, you guys just been here from the beginning. You guys are the founders. Oh, wait a minute. If someone follows me, oh wait, what is a founder? Because you guys have the first thing, meaning that you're the founder. Hey yo, I'm just saying what raid means. Okay, but we were the first 10 to sub. That's what it means. Got it. I think it's 10. Okay. I don't know. I gotta think about the emotes that I can give you guys, and that might be something I need help with. Hold on. Is there an ad? I feel like there's an ad. 1 minute away. I see something here. 60-second ad is happening? I think that's what's going on. I don't know how ads work here. Might be more since you're partnered. Got it. Well, I don't know. All I know is you guys mean a lot to me. And that's another thing that I talk about, which is community. Like, we're building a family here. This is real time. But glad to have rated you. Glad to have rated you, me, too. English is, I failed English 3 times. Yes. I love you all. I appreciate it. But I think, there might be an outro I should make for my live streams. Let's end it off. Let's end it off with this. And in case no one has told you, Skilla, Little Mix Panda, Monchi, Samantha, who else is in here? I think that's it. Whoever wants a shout out, I'm going to say your name right now to put you in this outro for this actual live stream. In case no one else told you guys, I love you. You do matter. You do have value. And let me say something I haven't said before. I have not said this before. I mean, you guys haven't seen my past content. I mean, some of you have, but I just trust me when I say I haven't said this before. Out of all the social media platforms that I've posted to, I started with TikTok, and it's grown to over 500,000 followers. I mean, the engagement doesn't reflect the same, but social media has changed. I started with TikTok, went into Instagram, went into Facebook Reels, started dabbling in YouTube Shorts, YouTube Longs, Threads, all the social media platforms. Snapchat is my most, my main platform. But I've only been live streaming for less than 2 weeks, and I have not felt this level of love, this level of familia. Wait, what is family in Russian? The hell if I know. I gotta Google that. But you guys are, I can say this. I can say I love you, mahal kita, which is Tagalog in Filipino, and ya тебя люблю in Russian. To you guys, because you guys do feel like a family here on Twitch. I hope to continue on this journey with you guys. I do need more Russian practice. You are right. So I'll see you all in the next live stream. Thank you so much. And hopefully, let me know what you guys think about these clips that you'll be seeing on my social media. If you guys follow me over there, keep up with me. Snapchat, there's so much more on Snapchat.